What's going on, Falcon fans? This your boy Ricondo, a real Falcon fan, coming back at you with another video. So today we're gonna talk about the game we had yesterday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And before we talk about that, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button. Please hit the notification bell so you know when I drop another video. And please share my video throughout the YouTube universe. Um, so with that being said, guys, let's get into the video. Today, the game from yesterday. So, um, for one moment, I was excited. I was getting excited, and this game, let's just call it um, not starting fast and not finishing right. Right. So, if we just look at it in that aspect, we didn't start the way we wanted to start. Um, I thought it was going to be a blowout. I think everybody felt that way looking at the first quarter. I thought it was going to be a blowout, and then I think we settled in. Um, We was able to do some things. But, I mean, that first drive by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to come right down the field and score a touchdown, I don't think they had any resistance on that first drive. So, thought it was going to be a long day. Then we come back and go 3 and out. Then they get the ball, they're driving again. And then we get the script sack. So, um, then we was able to put something together, be able to get something going, going into the half. So, even though it was still 21 the 10 going into to the second to the second half, it looked like we had some kind of momentum going. Then we come out, um, the first drive in the third quarter, Matt Ryan pad gets tipped. They go down, scores 28-10. Once again, think it's going to be a blowout. Then we was able to get in stride, defensively and offensively, and we was able to score 15 unanswered points. They make it 25-28. And then we got stuffed on. We actually stopped them. Then we got the ball back. Then we got stuffed on 3rd and 1. And then we had a shank punt. And then from that shank punt, it all went here from there. So, of course, the game looked like it looked like we got just destroyed. But 2 pick sixes turned back for a touchdown. Um, 3 turnovers altogether. So think about it. We gave them 21 points off turnovers, and that's the game right there. So that's 23 points we lost by. But if you look at the 21 points off turnovers, that's the game. So of course, we can't have that many mistakes against a good solid team like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Um, we had to pretty much play a clean game. Even though we wasn't even playing a clean game, we did break within 3. So this is to show you we can compete with these guys. We just got to clean up some things. I think Matt Ryan he stated it more than anything was just the details. They need to get the details down. Arch Smith mentioned it again about getting depth and in routes and spacing and things like that. Um, Everybody can go back to not playing in the preseason and saying that maybe they should have got some time running in the preseason. That could be the case. But, from a first-time head coach, that could be something that he need to have a lesson learned from that. Maybe they do need to get some preseason snaps in so they can get some timing down, some rhythm down, um, and see where it goes from there. So first off, when we talk about the good things that I saw, um, we went pretty much. We scored 3 touchdowns in the red zone. That's one of the positive things we was able to do. Was actually put the ball in the end zone this week. That was a positive. So that's something that we progressed from last week. From this week, last week. Remember, we got in the red zone. We scored 6 points. This week we got in the red zone. I think we had 4 trips in the red zone. One was at the end of the half. We got a field goal. The other 3, we scored a touchdown. So 24 points when we got in the red zone. That's positive. Those are positive things. Kyle Pitts looked at awesome. I still think Arthur Smith need to be able to get him more involved into the game, especially because it seems like we only got Kevin Ridley out there. These other guys, um, they seem like third and fourth string receivers. So it look like we got Kevin Ridley and then Kyle Pitts. We also probably need to get Hayden Hurst more involved as well. I don't know if he had any catches yesterday. I can't recall. Maybe he had one. I'm not sure. But if we can't get our receivers involved, we definitely need to get those tight ends involved. More to Kyle Pitts, get Hayden Hurst involved, and then we got to make sure Calvin Ridley is not getting double and triple teamed. So somebody on the other end got to have to step up. I know Russell Gage was looked like he was limping around a little bit yesterday. Maybe that could be the reason why. But he did have some catches, so he was more involved into the game plan as well. But we definitely got to be able to get more out of our receivers. So that was some good things. We did get some pressure from a defensive standpoint. We did get some pressure on Tom Brady. We got, I think, like 3 sacks. That's awesome. We got pressure. We got him off the spot a couple times. That was one of the keys, was be able to get him off the spot. And most of those came from, some came from the edge when they did some stunts. One of them came, Deion Jones came right at the middle, missed block by Ronald Jones. So it's look like I said, guys. It seems like we're progressing in the right direction. That's what we want. Unfortunately, um, hopefully we won't be too far in the hole before we get it all together. We 0-2, still got 15 games left in the season. Um, I know I stated about winnable games, but at this point, I don't know what's a winnable game because it seems like these guys just don't have the chemistry and the rhythm. They look like a new team. That's exactly what the Atlanta Falcons look like right now. You can see the potential there, but it seems like they're not all on the same page. They had communication issues. Two timeouts they had in the first half. One was a clock issue. One was didn't have enough guys on the field. I mean, just little things like that, details that I think we could clean up. Um, and then another key that we had was field position. We can't shake punts. Um, I think that's the third shank punt this season already, and we cannot have that. Arthur Smith mentioned that they're probably going to bring us in competition this week, but honestly, in my opinion, I think it's it. To me, I mean, three shank punts in two regular season games, you can lose games that way. I mean, once we went for it on 3rd and 1 and didn't get it, we punted the ball. They got the ball on their 35-yard line, and then they went down and scored. I mean, that's pretty much like a turnover. Once you might as well went for it on 4th down as you're gonna get it to them at the 35-yard line. So we cannot have that. Um, those shank punts, they hurt. The field position hurts. Special teams is a very important part of the game. And like I said, all three phases got to be clicking. Avery Williams had a good return. Got called back for blocking the back. So things like that we got to clean up. And like I said, that's the little details of the game that look at these guys trying to get. But the only thing I'm saying, guys, is that if we going to get it in time to actually be able to do something this season. I'm not sure about that. From what I've seen from the first 2 weeks, like I said, you can see the potential. You can see Kyle Pitts. And everybody seen that pass he caught when he behind him, and the acceleration he had once he caught it. I mean, he just this explosiveness that young man shows. It's just outstanding. Um, and the moxie that we have from the quarterback standing in the pocket, because even though I felt like the offensive line played better this week, it still was a lot of missed assignments on the offensive line. I still don't think Matt Ryan has a lot of time to throw the ball, but he made plays that he had to make, even under pressure. So, got my hats off to him. Of course, he's going to go down that he had 3 interceptions. Um, but I think that's a scheme thing where offensive line got to make sure that the defensive linemen don't get their hands up on plays. Maybe you got to get those hot routes because they know it's coming hot, so they just putting their hands up. No excuses for that. Matt Ryan's been in the league 14 years. He got to do better. Arthur Smith got to do better. Offensive line got to do better. And we cannot turn the ball over 3 times. So, to me, that's the story of the game, those 3 turnovers. Um, like I said, I think the defense started out poorly. They they stood up in the middle of the game, but then getting out of those short fields, we didn't help them out at all. So, um, I, I, you see those flashes though. You saw AJ Terrell make plays. Um, you seen Isaiah Oliver making plays. You saw Marlon Davidson making plays. You saw Foye Olakun with the peanut punch. We could have had a turnover there. We dropped the interception. So it's a lot of things that we see from this team where, like I said, the potential is there. We've been saying that forever though with the Atlanta Falcons. So this is nothing new. Um, but we got to stack some wins up. And so we're making these mistakes. Um, we got to start stacking wins, or we're gonna have one of those long seasons that we do not want to have. So I think it's going to be productive either way because, like I said, it's a first season for a new regime. They're going to find out, what guys they want to go with moving into year 2. They're going to find out if Matt Ryan is you know can they stick with him or do they need to go ahead and going to start looking in a different direction. All those things we need to find out this year. We got a couple of guys that coming up on contract extensions, so we need to find out a lot about this team this year. At the same time, we want to win games. Arthur Blank mentioned that he believed this team could be a playoff team this year. I still believe that 0-2. I know the record does not show that. My history and all that, but if you just looked at the game, there was potential. We played against the Super Bowl champions, and it was 3-point game in the third quarter. Uh, no moral victories, nothing like that. But just let you know, if we can cut down on some of those self-inflicted wounds. I'm not taking anything away from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They made the plays. They batted the ball down. They caught the ball. They ran it in for touchdowns. They made plays when they need to make them. They went for a fourth down on their side of the hash. They got it. So um, hats off to those guys. They played well. Um, they looked like the defending Super Bowl champion yesterday, and I thought the Falcons looked like a new team trying to learn new schemes on both sides of the field. But um, that's that's not what Arthur Smith said. He said he's not rebuilding. Um, it looks like it. The first 2 games look like a rebuilding team, like a young team that's trying to learn, the culture, the schemes. It does not look like a team that trying to win now. So you just got to take that in perspective of what we see and what we hear from this regime, saying that they're trying to win, but just looking at the games, it looks like that it might take a while. But hopefully we can get some wins while still taking a while. So, um, but all in all, guys, what I liked about yesterday was the fight, man. I was so pumped. I don't think I ever freaking got so pumped up so many times of the plays that these guys making. The play AJ Terrell made, um, the play that Isaiah Oliver he was making, Foye Olakun, Marlon Davidson, Dante Fowler, all these guys, man. The Cordell Patterson, the way he's running the ball, um, Matt Ryan, the way Matt Ryan fighting. I'm telling you guys, it's looking at the game. It's no protection, and it was so many missed assignments. If you just hear the commentator keep saying again, an unblocked man comes right up the middle. Um, you have no time. They have to fix that. They have to be able to adjust to that. And we got young guys on the offensive line. I do understand that. Hennessy and Mayfield. I thought Mayfield played a whole lot better. It's going to be interesting to see what his grade goes this week compared to the last week. And this is what we wanted to see, one progression. I don't think nobody kind of felt that we was going to win this game. I thought we was going to give them a chance, and we did. We did for until, like I said, to the fourth quarter started, and it was pretty much over from then. But anyway, guys, you let me know what you think about the game. See if you see it from the same perspective. See if it's like I said. I'm not going to start panicking until probably week 5. We like 0-5 going in. I'm like, okay, what's going on, man? But of course, we playing the Giants this week. They're winless. They have no wins either, so it's gonna be interesting. Somebody's gonna come out of that game 0-3. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be the battle of the winless teams. Um, Coming into week 3 up in New York. Um, Traditionally, New York plays us tough. I know this is a new regime, but it's gonna be interesting to see how we play those guys this week. We'll talk about that later on this week. Get into that game, but I just wanted to just come out saying by what we wanted to see was progress. We did see progress. Man, Ryan dropped back 48 times yesterday, and he couldn't did that in the Philadelphia game. So that's progress. Dropped back 48 times. He threw the ball well. We just got to clean up those mistakes. And we clean up those mistakes, we'll be right where we need to be. So with that, guys, that's me talking about just a quick reaction to the game from yesterday. Still, like I said, glass half full. Not panicking. Just want to see where these guys go. 15 games left. It's your boy Ricondo, a real Falcon fan. Peace.